It's not very expensive to add, but it's a great safety benefit. A shunt switch or a bypass button, often on a boiler or a high pressure steam boiler, stereotypically, we have to blow down and clean out that water column, usually every day or once a shift. So when our primary or auxiliary low water cutoff are in a column off the side of the boiler, that bridle or that column becomes a low point where we can start to accumulate sediment and sludge. And so in order to keep that clean, as well as to verify that those safety devices are working right, we're going to blow them down. And when we blow those down, it's going to trip the boiler. Well, some plants say, gosh, no, we can't trip the boiler. We're going to run this plant without tripping the boiler. So how can they still clean the sludge and sediment out of their low water cutoffs without tripping the boiler? Well, that's where that bypass button or that shunt switch comes in. And the code allows this. So what we do is we hold the button in and then blow down the column and make sure that we get everything cleaned out of that column. Best practice would be, though, to tie a light into that circuit so that when that float or that relay comes open, that it turns on this light on the other contact of that switch to let us know that that switch or relay is working, is activating. Now, it doesn't exactly tell us that the boiler is tripping, but our CSD testing that we do at annual will verify that all that circuitry is wired appropriately. So we're just testing the reliability of the switch at that point. And so that bypass button lets us blow down the column. We have a light that tells us that the switch is doing what the switch is supposed to do, and then we can close the drain, let that water refill, and let go of the button. So it allows us to do that required maintenance and that testing without having to spend a lot of money on other equipment and without compromising safety. I'm sure a lot of people in this industry can tell you they've been to plants where they aren't doing that testing daily, and it's been several months since they've blown down that column. And that's where everybody starts to get really nervous, because people who've been in this industry for not very long have seen some pretty disgusting water columns full of sludge and mud and things that can be a real safety hazard. So if this sounds like something you need, reach out to us. It's not very expensive to add, but it's a great safety benefit.